absolutely fine. The reason why I use one of these is because you can just stick them in the dishwasher. Oh. Hey everyone, welcome back to Odin's Paws, and in today's video I'm going to give you my top 5 things that I take with me on every single pack walk. So first up, number 1 is going to be a good quality slip lead, or a good quality lead, any lead in general, but a good quality one. You don't want to be buying some cheap stuff that's just going to snap if you've got any dogs to handle. I use the short line. There are like 1.2 gun dog slip leads. They are only a 5 to 6 mil braided line, so they are quite small. And when you do, the thing that I like about these the most is that when you're done with them, you can literally they're just that size, and you can put them in your pocket. So when you've got 5 or 6 dogs, having these guys are super handy. Really good quality. The difference with these ones, which I like the most, is that they have the little metal eyelet on, and a really nice, instead of a rubber stopper, they've got the plastic stopper, so they do not move. But they're really good quality, and like I say, you can fit 5 or 6 of them in your pocket, super easy. But and I don't like the leads to be super long. I don't want dogs like miles away from me, like, you know, like up to 2 meters. I see some people and the dogs can just go and get tangled. The way that I conduct my pack walks is that when we're on lead, and then when we get to where we're going, they're allowed off lead to do all their doggy business. And that might sound a little bit strict, but I like to keep all my gang and my pack under control. Little dogs, flat-faced dogs, I don't put them on slip leads. They just go on a normal clipper lead. But the advantage to these and using slip leads with all the dogs, for me, is that when we've got quite a few of them and I need to get them back, I could just have the thing pretty quick, and I could just slip it over the head instead of having to rummage round and find a clip to clip them onto. So yeah, number 1 for me is a real top-notch, good quality lead. Number 2, which I take on absolutely every single walk, no matter where, I'm pretty sure they're just a part of me at this point, is the gun dog whistles. Gun dog whistles there. Even if a dog isn't trained at all to a whistle, just the sound of a whistle can be enough to call them back or make them a little bit interested. But really easy to condition. You'll find, well, I found that when you take multiple dogs out, a whistle is just sort of like a universal call for all the dogs, because a lot of dogs that because they're not your own and you haven't trained them, well, in my case, when I'm doing the dog walking, that is, in taking the packs out, sometimes they've learned to ignore their name if they get called by the name all the time at home or by multiple people or whatever. If they go to daycare or if they do this and they do that, and they're always getting called by the name in the house and the kids are always shouting the name, they'll learn to switch off from that. So for me, some really good quality whistles are definitely a must. I just take them everywhere with me, and I use the Acme ones because they're just by far the best quality. I use a 211.5 and a 212. The 211.5 is a very high pitch, and the 212 is a low pitch, but it's very loud and it's very consistent. So for me, whistles are definitely a must. Next up, number 3 is one of these bad boys. You've probably seen these. They're on like the TikTok shops. You can see them on Amazon. I'll be putting links down below if you're absolutely interested at all and you want to find out what these are. Definitely check these bad boys out. So these are basically just treat pouches, but the silicone treat pouches, and they've got like a little magnetic piece up there that keep the treats in. If you do bend over though, if they're up here, they just fall out. They do have a little bit of a clip on the back, so you can pretty much clip them anywhere. You know, little booby pouch or whatever, but you clip them onto your waist or onto your dog walking belt or whatever, into your pocket. Absolutely fine. The reason why I use one of these is because you can just stick them in the dishwasher. Because you can stick them into the dishwasher and you can just clean them like really easy, and when they get wet they're just really easy to dry out, better than the material ones. Silicone pouches for me are the way to go. Next up is some good quality treats. Not everybody will use treats on their walks, but for me, when I'm managing like say 5 to 6 dogs at a time, I want to be able to make sure that they're going to listen to me at some capacity, because they're not my dogs. They're not always going to probably listen at first. So I usually take the pate. It's awesome stuff. I use the Anchor pate. You can get this from most pet shops, but again, these go really well with the silicone pouch because they are sort of wet. You don't want to be putting these in your coat pocket, because if they do get wet, then they'll just go to mush, and then you've just got mush in your pocket, and it's just not ideal. So these combined with a silicone treat pouch are an absolute game changer. I would definitely suggest getting some of these. But like I said, when you're handling sort of like 4 to 5 dogs or 5 to 6 dogs or whatever, you want to make sure that you could just give them a little bit of something at the beginning of the walk, maybe, just to let them know that you've got something nice and you've got something worthwhile. It's not going to work with all dogs if they're too high a drive, and they're not really going to pay attention to this. And if they get too involved with a dog, there's a good chance again that they might not pay attention to the treats. But I would definitely rather have it and not need it than not have it and definitely need it. So yeah, good quality treats. Usually the pate is a winner for me. Number 5. It's going to be an obvious one if you're doing what I'm doing, stuff like that. Some good quality wellies or some good quality footwear. Don't be going out there with some flat base shoes and they're just going to absolutely wreck your feet over time and wreck your calf muscles and stuff like that. You'll just get achy and sore. Make sure that you've got some good quality. And this is a case of you sort of pay for what you get for. If you buy cheap crap, then they're probably going to fall apart and they're not going to do your feet any good. So yeah, take it from me, some good quality stuff. I actually look for when I'm getting my wellies. So obviously with the season we've just had now, it's just been so wet. The ground is just so wet. Everything's saturated. The moors are just bogs. They're just absolute bogs. So for me, I get a good quality pair of wellies, and I look for some like gamekeeper wellies or hunting wellies or something along that line, because they're designed for you to be in all day. The best ones that I've found for me that are not absolutely going to destroy the brand, they're about £100 a pair. They're the Skellerup Quattro boots, wellies. I'm always trying different walking boots to try and find out which ones are going to work well. But again, a really good name and a really good brand, and it's like just general quality stuff. If you start, like I say, if you start buying some off Amazon, they're probably just going to fall to bits. So yeah, get yourself some good quality footwear. You feel thank you for it. And a bonus item. I've actually got these on now, so I'm going to scooch up and I will show you these. Not that you're going to be able to see them. So these, you're not probably going to be able to see that. Really? Yeah, no. These are, they're called the Percussion hunting pants. And they've got pockets everywhere. But yeah, you can't really see these. But they are polar fleece lined. They are super warm, which means you don't have to wear thermal leggings with them. And they're so comfy. They have a bit of a waxy layer to them. So they're like shower resistant, snow resistant, and they're not waterproof, but they do dry off pretty quick because of the coating on them. And honestly, these pants have been absolutely amazing since I started dog walking and being out there in all weathers. I've always been looking for some pants, and if I get some pants, then I have to put some thermals underneath, and it ends up quite warm and sweaty, blah 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 blah. So yeah, for me, I was looking for something that was sort of an all-in-one. It's going to be a good wear. It's going to be really comfortable wear that I can wear all day. It's got some good quality clothing to it. And again, these are called the Percussions, and you can get them off a lot of hunting sites, Holland's Country Cove and stuff like that. Again, I'll put the links down below. But again, get yourself some good quality pants, and I seriously highly recommend these. I know a lot of people use the Revolution Race and stuff like that, and they use the soft shell stuff. For me, when I'm running around with dogs and stuff like that, and we get where I go, they just get torn super quick when I like squat down and stuff and the dogs jump on them. But these are super hard wearing. I highly recommend finding something very similar to this. And that is it for this one. The reason I put this one out is because people keep asking me all the time what's the main stuff that I take with me, how much do you look to spend, and what are the best things that you found. And these for me are like sort of like the top 5 to 6 items that I take with me on every single walk. If I could have like 5 pairs of these pants, I'll probably get 5 pairs of these pants and just rotate them through the week. But yeah, super quick video, top 5 things. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions about any of the items that I've showed you, please just ask me the questions down in the comments, and I'll get back to you. So that's it for this one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. If you have any other future videos, or if there's anything that you want me to discuss or talk about, then please let me know, and I will get round to them as soon as possible.